So, welcome to the Fall of Stormreach. We're gonna jump right into things. It is a crisp morning in the port city of Stormreach, the largest city in all of Zendrick. Ships of all sizes and kinds glide along the still, clear waters of the deep harbor. This ocean port is a free city where different factions, national diplomats, and more can meet in peace and break bread together. You found rooms in one of the city's many inns, the Drunken Fool, so named for the time when the local barons' jesters could drink for free. Nowadays, the Drunken Fool is known for its luxurious wooden bathtubs refilled constantly with hot water heated over large fires. Though the salt-scented air outside is brisk, the inn is a warm refuge from the chill. Fox, if you could just let us know what your character is, ancestry and class, and maybe a bit of why you find yourself in Stormreach.
Oh, well. Vera Sarath was once a noble, but now has to find herself in Stormreach to chase down the evil-inspired who got her out of her coveted position back when she was royalty. Out to hunt them down, she searches for others who may know something. That's pretty much it.
Nice. And your ancestry and class?
Shadow. I have
Kalashtar.
Kalashtar.
All right. Sin Surge. Sin Surge? I think that is
Hi.
Swigglewiggle. You want to give us a little
Yeah, yeah,
introduction?
yeah. All right. I'm Sai, short for what I said earlier. And I was raised by my mother, separated from society. And she taught me and told me about all my gifts and the good that I can provide to this world if I just went out there and saved everyone from themselves. So when I came of age, it was time for me to go. Packed up everything I had and just headed out.
And you were playing what ancestry and race? Or ancestry and class?
Class, conduit, career sage, ancestry. I believe we have. One second. Ancestry, just
I think you were just
the
human.
race, right? Human.
Yeah.
Human. Yeah. Human. Yeah.
All right. Sick. Next up, we have Erwin de Lirindar.
Yeah. I found a name, Erwin. I think I like that.
Erwin works.
Yeah, Erwin Delirand. I always fuck up on
Delirindar.
Delirindar. Is obviously from House Lirindar. He was born within the house, and he spent a lot of his time on their airships because he made it his kind of goal in life to travel across Eberron and Corvair, well, mostly Corvair, I guess, to kind of gather all the histories of all the various cultures that the airships travel to. And on just a routine flight with him and his master, who is teaching him magic and how to harness his dragon mark. Just a routine flight. Their ship crashed, and he's now found himself in Zendrick. And you could see like he's wearing like the typical, I guess, clothing that would show he's like from a house. He probably has some insignia on him, but there's like patches missing that he's kind of sewn together, and he looks like he's been through quite a rough time. Like he's traveled a lot through the jungle, and
He's
right
weary.
now he's very weary, and he's also he could have probably found
wary?
He's weary and wary because
Okay. Yeah.
he's
I was like, is he
away
both?
from he's away from home, and he probably could charter a ship back right now if he wanted to, but he's also trying to find his lost master now.
Nice, nice,
Yeah, he's a half elf.
Master.
excellent. Bosa, as our resident newbie, you don't need to provide, especially since you're using a pre-generated character, you don't need to provide any backstory beyond what you feel comfortable with. But at the very least, why don't you introduce us to what race and class you are playing today?
I am Sir Gerard. I am a human tactician. I had a career as a soldier, and I will read that I was the last surviving member of my unit after an arduous battle of monstrous assault, surviving only because of my luck. I turned away from the life of a soldier then, and I'm seeking to become a hero who could stand against such threats.
And threats there are many in Stormreach. Lastly, thank you, Bosa. Lastly, Cestus, would you introduce yourself?
Yes. Cestus is a warforged fury gladiator. It is the personal bodyguard or the person who owns the inn you find yourself all at. He is decked out in colorful regalia, including like the stripped like gladiator skirt, but he doesn't appear to be holding any weapon, just etched stone and wood. He's pretty hefty looking, and he seems to keep to himself, but you know what I mean. It's a matter of just he doesn't really start engagements, but he seems quite talkative to the people who do talk to him.
Is he a sort of bouncer in this inn?
So he's more like the personal bodyguard of the owner. Now he'll likely fill in as a bouncer when there. Like he certainly is not the kind of person you want to start a bar fight around.
Makes sense. There's a bouncer vibe, even if it's not his job. Cool.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, he's definitely got the protector, bouncer, arms crossed at the door thing going on.
Awesome. All right, thank you, everyone. Let us begin. In the pre-dawn morning, tranquility permeates the walls behind the sign of the Drunken Fool. The smell of breakfast, smoked fish and herbs on crisp bread, sizzling eggs with lobster, and the gentle scent of the baths stir the inn's guests awake as they go about their morning routines. Some are bathing and dressing, others drowsily delay their waking for just 5 more minutes. And then, the world erupts into chaos. A deafening crash that is earthquake and thunder and lightning all at once explodes around and within the inn, white hot and all-consuming. You are all on the 3rd floor, and I would have you place yourselves either in this ring, this section of the main floor, or somewhere along this bottom.
So we were like in our rooms when this thing happened?
Not in your rooms. You're in the main floor space. This used to be a common area. A massive fireball has slammed through the roof, caving it in and tearing off part of the ceiling. You now have exposed sky as dawn breaks. Through the shattered outside walls of the inn, the scent of alchemical explosives fills the air. I'm going to put the tactician down here as well because we may as well have everybody in the same spot. You catch glimpses.
I'm not trying to...
You catch glimpses of the native drow mounted on wyverns, dropping explosives and strange orbs as they soar across the city. Around you, chaos reigns in the form of fiends, screams, and fire. Flames lick at the edges of the hole that's opened up at the center of the floor, widening its burning, gaping maw. Debris from the burning roof crumbles down, crashing into the floor. Frenzied fiends with wicked claws and barbed tongues prowl towards you, underscored by cries of pain, screams for help, and the cackling glee of more fiends on the hunt for prey. Many of the people caught in the bombardment need help. The groaning of the building's timbers tells you that the inn can't be protected against its imminent collapse, but the civilians inside can be saved if you act quickly. I need a volunteer to roll 1d10, and that'll determine our initiative order because we're getting right down to it. Fox, what is your character's name? Vela. Okay, Vela, you are in a unique position here. Your background gives you an awareness of what's going on. Though you can hear screams from down below of people crying out the demons are invading. These are not demons. You know for a fact that these are lesser Korai.
Oh.
Korai, as you recall, are fiends from the world of nightmares, the world of dreams, the world that the inspired are from.
Lesser core.
Can I get a volunteer to roll
Sure.
initiative?
I could
You
roll
already
it.
did.
All right,
Oh.
Bosa, roll 1d10.
Okay.
6 or higher, heroes go first.
4.
4. All right.
Hmm.
The Korai clamor and scramble. A Ruinant activating charges the Fury. Actually, it can get right in here, right up to the Fury and the Conduit. It is going to lash out with its bloodletting claws. I'm adding 1 to the roll. That's a 7, which is a lower result. Our Fury and our Conduit each take 2 damage.
Getting right in it. Can I use my triggered actions and stuff like that?
Triggered actions. Yeah, we're in combat. This is round 1 of combat. If you have a trigger, if you have an ability that has triggered, you may absolutely use it right now.
No.
Okay.
No.
He just wanted to know if he could.
The triggered action that I chose is more beneficial to us. So no, I'm not going to use it. Yeah.
I have taken 2 stamina off of my thing.
Oh yeah. So we both took 2 stamina damage. Is that what you said?
Correct. Fury and the Conduit, Psy, and actually, if everyone else could add their labels, their names under their units, that would help me. Psy takes 2, and Cestus takes 2.
Don't even know how to do that.
Okay. Everyone is close enough to the lower door to hear that there are civilians trapped on the balcony outside.
Okay.
Okay, 1 Ruinant has gone. That means it's the hero's turn. Heroes, anybody can go. We just need a volunteer. If you have something cool to do, if you have a signature action that you can take part in, feel free to volunteer, and it's up to you guys who wants to go first.
Wow. Seeing what these are, Vela just kind of steps forward and says, "You foolish peasants, these are not demons, they're lesser Korai." Just fires a shot and step at the one I see over there. I believe would just be a 2d10, right?
2d10 plus your ability.
So say I
Plus
want
two.
to, I want to holy infusion this with a triggered action. Okay. Now the effect of the triggered action, holy infusion, gives the attack edge.
Okay.
But it
Edge-
does say to use the ability after seeing the result of the attack, which is interesting, right? Because edge is advantage, no?
Edge
No.
is a +2.
Got it. Okay. So I will be doing holy infusion to whatever this attack
And
is.
if you ever get
Well-
2 edges on the same roll, then you automatically promote to 1 tier higher.
I would the ability lets you wait specifically so that if he rolls the best results, you're not using it when it would be of no
Correct.
benefit.
I got a 12 on that, so it would be 7 damage, I do believe. A
So he got a
mid-tier roll.
12. So rolling a 12 means that even if you gave him that edge, it wouldn't get to the next tier. So it's not worth using.
But it also deals holy damage equal to twice my intuition.
Okay,
So
so,
an
that's
extra
up
4.
to you then if you wanted to.
No, I'll hold it until it's more important. I just trying to get my feet wet with it, right? So using it.
Yep,
But
yep.
okay.
Yep.
Hold it for now.
How much damage
Okay.
was that, Fox?
7
If it-
damage.
7. Nice. Okay.
Then just, I can take 1 step back after that as part of the ability.
Dope.
Just say,
Um,
why don't you save those foolish commoners while I deal with these?
All right. Well, this Ruinok. Let's see who's gonna go. The Remosh. The Remosh seems to melt into the floor and 1, 2, 3, 4 appear right next to you. It's gonna make an attack against you. 10 damage, and it's going to teleport with you 2 squares. Heroes. Who's next?
I can do something. I am going to fire lance this guy.
The Remosh? Yep.
Yeah, the Remash. Well, I rolled a 3. Yeah, so
How's that?
two fire damage.
You rolled a 3?
Yeah, I rolled 2d10. I
Oh,
rolled a
okay.
3.
All right. Don't get in a car today.
Okay, well, you dealt 2 damage.
2 damage
start.
and push 2.
Do you want to push? You can push up to 2. Do you want to do the whole thing?
I just figured pushing towards the tactician would be probably a good.
Sure.
I'm
so you
assuming
push it back
tactician is
to-
melee. So.
Please.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll push it away.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's
No.
going to use its action to move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember, everybody has one action. They can move, and they have a maneuver.
Oh, I could have moved. Oh wait, I couldn't have moved because I forgot to say this on my turn. I did that from. So the minute the explosion happened, Erwin curled up into a ball, and he's just like, he was like, "Not again, not again."
You shot a fireball from
And
the
then-
fetal position.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
I love it.
That's probably why he rolled the 3.
Okay. All of the allies have gone. Erwin, put a yellow ring on yourself, please. Which means it is the hero's turn. Actually, because there are no other units engaged, all 3 of you can go.
How does disengaging work?
Okay, so
Like-
there is no disengaging, but you can shift. Shifting avoids opportunity attacks. When you move,
asking?
when you move, no, it's not Sai asking. When you move, you can instead shift up to half of your movement. So everybody's movement should be around 6.
Okay. So everyone cool. The 3 people, are we okay with me going? This is
Yeah.
Sai.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to shift, and I will shift here. And then I will do Healing Grace on Vela.
Okay. When you do
Because-
that, you can see the civilians trapped on the balcony.
Okay, well, I'll move here then. I just need to be within range of Vela. And then the effect is just, it doesn't look like there's a roll, so you can spend a recovery.
I will have to read up on what recoveries do again.
Recoveries let you heal up to 1/3 of your hit points.
Okay, I will just go ahead and use that.
Nice.
So, okay, let me know how much you can recover with your recovery, just so I know this, and then
It's 1/3
I
of
can
your
spend it.
max. All stamina should be divisible by 3.
Okay, so you're going to heal 9 then. That's fine then. Okay.
Okay. Have you ended your turn? Do you want to use a maneuver? You can see those civilians and call out to them, but
I'll just call out to tell them that I'm coming. I'll
Okay.
save you.
we have Sir Gerard and the Fury Cestus remaining.
I'll go. So if you could, I don't see anything. So move me towards the first Remash, please, just to the right of it.
Oh, that's the Ruinok.
I know. I mean, move me to the right of the Remash.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep.
Now, does
Okay.
that thing have a weapon?
Just
The,
big ass pincer claws.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't have weapons. I'm not going to benefit from something. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my signature ability, Net and Stab, so I could slow it down from moving. I'm going
Nice.
to roll my dice here. I still don't see the map, but I rolled a 6, which is pretty terrible. All I'm doing is 4 damage and no slow.
4 damage is 4 damage. The thing is now winded, which means it's less than half its stamina. And that ends Gerard's turn, which means the Fury is last to go.
There's no die 3.
Correct. Roll a d6 and take half.
So in that case, that attack roll there. So if he rolled a 10, it would be that's when I give him edge.
Correct.
To bump him up to the
Yeah. That's why it's one of the reasons that the tiers are the same for everyone, because you'll get to know less than 11, 12 to 16, 17 plus.
So I believe I am going to use my kit signature ability, Let's Dance. I'm gonna
Sick.
square up with this jack face in front of me. You know, the like stone like gloves form around my fists. And I kind of take like a little boxer stance, and I'm gonna throw a check hook and try to knock him into the hole,
Oh.
ideally. So 2 die 10 time. 13's okay.
Not bad.
That's 9 damage and 1 slide. Am I able to slide diagonally or no?
9 damage. Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide him here. So yeah, I've like, a duck I weave. I catch him with a hook, and he stumbles over near the hole. So I'm ready to knock him down. I'm the last to go. So
Erwin, you can hear a woman crying out to the west, and there's rubble that you can see just beyond this Ruinok, which seems to be eyeing them. There are other civilians on this floor, and you can hear them all crying out and screaming. That's it for round 1. If anybody has any effects, I don't think there are any, that happen at the end or the start of the round, they would happen now. I, as a director, get 5 villain points because there are 5 heroes. So I get to spend those on cool, fun abilities. Villains once again go first. Is it the Shadow who's taking damage?
Sai's taken 2.
Okay, in that case,
Oh.
the Ruinok B is going to shift, seeing kind of what you're doing.
doesn't want to get punched in the hole. Why not?
The Ruinok is going to scramble around with a shift 1, 2, 3, yeah, and attack both Cestus and Sir Gerard. It leaves a scraping claw on the Fury, and then charges at Gerard, who's now, well, not quite flanked, but almost. It rolls a 10, which means Cestus and Gerard are going to take another 2 damage to stamina.
Sweet.
It then shudders. Its back like quivers, and it unleashes this sonic blast. Cestus, Gerard, and Sai, each of you feel this horrible resonance that chills you to your core. It's going to use its Salt Wounds maneuver, which is a magical ability that targets 3 creatures without full stamina. I need Cestus, Gerard, and Sai, each of you, to make a might resistance roll. This is just a power roll, and you're adding your might.
Whole 7. I'm under
7?
again.
All right, you're going to take
I'm
6.
blind every way.
You're going to take 6 corruption damage.
17.
17. You're going to take 2 corruption damage. And Cestus?
16.
5 corruption damage. All right, that is the Ruinok's turn. Now it's time for a hero.
I'm mad. I didn't like that. I don't want to hit it back right away. Would we consider 5-3?
1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3. Yeah.
Perfect. That means I have enough rage to be mad about this. All right. And forced move does trigger attacks of opportunity in this.
I think so.
We'll do, I mean, I don't like this name, but Death Before Beauty. Does that adds my might to it? So that's 14. So I can't get anywhere with the boost, but that's fine. I still get to do 5 damage, slide 3, and when I force move the target, I can move it in squares. It leaves. The target takes damage from any free strikes I would provoke.
Forced movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay, but my movement won't be forced, so if I provoke
Correct.
an attack.
Correct.
Okay, so he's gonna slide here. That's slide
Okay.
1 of 3, and I follow.
Nice.
And then it slides here, slide 2 of 3,
Okay.
and I follow. And then it slides here, and I move here, 3 of 3, provoking Remash to attack
From the
me, but really
Remash,
attack
yep.
his own
so,
friend.
So you okay? How that there's some grappling going on there, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah.
So the Remash
Remash
does 3 damage to Ruinok B with the free strike.
Yeah, I'm down to describe it because.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, as it gets past me and does its little yell, I jump on its back, and as it's thrashing to get away from me, I'm punching it in the side of the head.
Beauty.
We're good. My turn's over.
I have to ask Vila, are those rings just there to be pretty, or are you using them for something?
I don't know how I keep getting more rings. They just keep appearing.
All right, that was a hero. The Remash does not like to be where it is, so it is going to teleport 5 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and approach this little bundle of joy, Erwin. Doesn't need to use that maneuver. Oh, that's 5 VP. Yeah, it's not using that. Okay, so an Abyssal Strike is coming to you. This thing is trying to wrap you up in its tendrils and claw you. It rolls 13, which is a medium. You're going to take 7 damage.
Okay.
And it's going to teleport, just blip. You blink, and it shows up somewhere else.
Okay.
Another enemy gone, which means we're back to the heroes.
How much
Erwin, you're
damage-
missing your yellow. Have you gone this? I don't think you've gone this round.
Not round 2. No, I was gonna go now.
I'm
Mm,
almost
I'm-
winded.
Oh yeah, I'm winded. That hit winded me. I only have 15 stamina.
Okay, can you, if you're winded, if you are winded, put a red ring.
There we go.
A red ring of winding.
Yeah, on my turn. Can I go?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm
Well,
gonna
it's up to you
heal the
guys.
2 people beside me on my turn, so we could do other turns as long as they're gonna still be up by the time it comes around to me. So go ahead.
Yeah,
I was gonna. Yeah. Question, Andrew. When I do a push, does it have to be like directly opposite of me, or can I decide what direction I want to push them?
You can push them in any direction as long as they are 1 square further away from you each time.
And is this hole here? Is it a hole, or is it just a kind of burn mark?
It's a hole. You can see right down to the like floor 1.
Okay, sweet. So
And actually,
I would like
from where you're standing, you can see down on the main floor what caused this explosion. There is like an 8-foot diameter iron black ball that is smoldering with heat and rippling with what is that Eberron metal? Bieshk. It has ribbons of Bieshk running through the orb.
Oh. I'd like to.
Well, it's
fire
not a
land.
meteor. It's like a meteorite, except you guys can still see dozens of wyverns with drow on their back bombing the city.
It's like a BSK cannonball.
It's a Bieshk
Bieshk
artillery
ball?
from the air.
Yeah,
It's
damn.
it's an air to ground bombardment.
Yeah, it's a shell. Okay. I will like to fire lance this Rannoch here.
Can you? Okay, if I think because that's a ranged attack, you're gonna take a bane on the attack roll or on the power roll.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That's lame.
I mean,
is it
Unless
ranged?
could I
It
move?
should say.
Yeah, it is ranged.
You could shift and then do it.
yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can shift up to half your speed, going
shift
right
there
around
then.
him. Okay.
Over half
The
my
elementalist is by
speed.
himself and surrounded now.
And then yeah, I would
one of
like
the
to fire lance.
civilians over here cries out to you, "Help us! I can't get her out."
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna fire lance the guy. 2d10.
Which guy? Rimash?
Ooh, it's a 14 plus. I add my reasons. 16. That's fine. Oh, I can't push it as far as I wanted to. Dang it. 6 fire damage, and I pushed 3. Ooh, so I could push him. I could push him into the hole.
You could. You couldn't.
Yeah.
You can't do there, but you can go on a diagonal 3.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Boom. And he falls to the ground.
Do we hear a good thump?
It's a little noisy, what with all the screams and the burning.
Fair.
So I don't know if a bump would be enough.
So,
Okay.
yellow.
This Ruinak near you is going to. It's going to follow the screams, actually.
Okay.
And I'll make a roll for that. And you can see it clamber into the pile of rubble,
One more turn. I can use my.
slashing at the civilians. Blood splatters through the air, though she does not fall. Erwin, have you been injured?
Yeah, he's winded, I think.
Oh, yes, he is. He's got the red ring. Derp. So the Ruinok that just entered the room to attack the civilians is also going to use its maneuver to resonate its hide and is going to salt your wounds. Can you make a might resistance roll? Vela, can you also make a might resistance?
Okay. I don't think a 5's gonna do it.
That's going to be 6 corruption damage, my friend. Erwin, what was your result?
I get edge on resistance rolls.
Nice. 9 plus
Uh,
might is going to be no more than 11, which means you're also going to take 6 corruption damage.
it's not gonna. Well, it's -1 and then +2, so it's 10 total.
Oh, your
Yeah.
might sucks. Okay.
Yeah, my
10,
yeah,
10
I'm
total.
I'm
Yeah,
a mage.
6. Right, of course. 6 corruption. I'm used to everybody just rolling their best mod.
So is corruption just like the damage type?
Correct.
Okay, so
Some
6
people,
damage.
some people
Oh, great,
might have
guys.
resistance or immunity.
I'm at 1 HP or one stamina.
Okay, well, you better catch your breath then.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna do something next turn, but
Well,
okay.
Well, you still are. It's just not going to be in your favor.
I guess I'll
Um,
step up and say, well, I guess I can help you protect your commoners a bit.
We're just doing turns now, right? Because they're done. The enemies are done, right?
Correct.
Hey, Vela, if you want to stay where you were and let me go first, I could just like heal all of us.
Like in a circle?
I just whoever's
Cool.
within range 5 of me.
Dang
Nice.
Sure.
All right. So is the conduit doing his thing?
Yeah. So okay. So Gerard's not really hurt then. I'm guessing.
No.
Okay. So then I'll move here,
Oh, thank God.
and then range 5. I now have piety of 4. I will spend 2 of it so I could target Irwin, Vela, and Cestus, and they all get to spend a recovery.
Oh, thank you.
Delightful.
I'm at 6.
Thank you for your assistance, strange blue man, in dealing with these vile creatures. Just immediately does the other thing. Do a wounding strike on this thing. Since I now have 4 insight, I believe, since 2 turns have passed.
Ooh, wounding is good.
Well, if it actually hits, that'd be a 14. So it takes 9 damage plus bleeding.
Okay, I'm going to make it purple for bleed. If I recall correctly, bleeding means it cannot heal. Yeah, bleeding can't regain stamina. And I believe your bleed has a special effect.
Takes 4 damage at the start of each of my turns.
Okay, and how much damage did it just take from your attack?
9 damage plus bleeding is what I have written for it.
Okay, it's not winded, but it's almost. Gerard, you are the last hero to move. You've got a Ruinok right next to you that is winded and close to defeat.
Anybody hurt around me?
No, I just healed right up.
Okay. I'm going to just use a basic melee free strike on the Ruinok. So I'm using my basic free strike. I rolled a 10. It goes up to 12. I do 8 melee damage with my polearm. And does that resolve?
Your polearm gouges into a weak point in the chitinous armor, and you almost bury the head of it. Bury the head of your weapon into the creature. It slumps down and then slowly starts decaying and dissolving in front of you. Irwin, there's a puddle on the ground forming of black and purple ichor.
Oh. Fantastic.
Gerard, is there anything else for you to do this turn? Do you want to move at all?
Yes, I would like to move
Ruined
3
the
spaces to the left. Actually, move me 6 spaces to the left, please.
4, 5, 6, going around the conduit, approaching Irwin. Okay. You
Thank
have
you.
left the civilians behind.
I'll get them.
Ruinok has already gone. Gerard is
I'll end my
ended, which
turn.
means we are heading over to round 3. I get 5 more villain points to spend, which means I'm up to 10 because I haven't done that yet. That puddle forming on the ground, like a body dissolving in reverse, a Remach appears out under and out of the floor. Oops, that's not how to spell that at all.
The same one that I kicked down the hole.
Nope, this one's fresh.
Oh, great.
They're going to keep coming.
Fantastic.
Gerard, for that piece of insight, I award you 1 hero token. When you take your turn, you can spend a hero token to spend a recovery.
I appreciate that.
Or in reaction to taking damage. You have correctly assessed the situation. You should help some civilians and get the fuck out.
Yes, I was going to say that. Like, guys, let's get the civilians out of here and run.
How do we help the civilians if they're okay?
Well, as soon as I can, I'm going to go over and help the 2 near me.
The Remach that appears next to Irwin slashes out with another. Wouldn't be an abyssal strike because these aren't demons. It would be a nightmare strike. It only deals 4 damage to you, Irwin.
Oh, only 4. Okay.
But it's going to. I'm going to spend 5 VP and teleport you with it into this burning room.
Okay.
Your eyes are now filled with smoke. and it's tricky to see what's going on. Heroes, who's going?
Can I go
Yeah,
first?
I don't know.
If
Feel
I'm
free.
stuck in this, I don't want to be stuck
Mine
in
has
this
nothing
room.
to do with combat, but I have
Yeah.
a plan.
I am going to spend 5 of my essence to use my ability Incorporealness until the start of my next turn. Until the start of my next turn, I have damage immunity 5, and I can move through 1 square of solid matter once per turn.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you make a might resistance roll for the smoke.
A might resistance roll. Okay, so
Yep. You are coughing and choking. And if the map just disappeared for everyone, that's
well, that is 12.
okay. That means where's the smoke room? 12. You take 3 fire damage from the smoke.
I'm down. I don't know how that works. I don't know how being down works, but I'm down.
Okay, so you mean you have 0 stamina?
I have 0 stamina. Okay.
When you
Because it
are
doesn't-
dying, you can't catch your breath, and you lose 1d6 stamina whenever you make a test with whatever. Whenever you do something, basically, except move, you take 1d6 stamina. Check the cheat sheet; it's in the top right.
So in that case, I mean, I kind of have to make an action, otherwise I'm dead. So I'm going to still I'm still going to cast Incorporealness. So I'll
Okay.
take a d6 of stamina. Yay! Okay. I'm incorporeal now, so I'm just gonna float right through the wall, and I'm gonna
Go.
run at my speed. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'll be over here. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, throw the yellow on you.
Yeah.
Should throw it on.
Cestus, you're
everyone
going
too.
to go to the civilians on the balcony, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll heal Erwin, and I guess we can head down the stairs as well after. But I think I'll stay back until you're heading out with the civilians. Okay. I almost kind of want to just heal him first because I don't know if they're going to smack him again.
I think you
Ruinok-
should. I think killing him should be a priority. I agree.
Ruinok A is attacking the civilians in one of the burning rooms, and that's its turn. So back to the heroes.
All right, I will heal Erwin,
Yeah.
and I will spend an extra resource for you to get an additional recovery. So you get 2 recoveries total.
Oh, I can use 2 recoveries.
Yes.
Sick.
Now, do you have any effect on you as well, or no?
Like
He's
negative? What do you mean by
incorporeal.
effect? I'm incorporeal.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. So yes,
He's
you can
kind of
spend
see-through.
2 recoveries.
Oh, sick.
You can walk through me, right? I'm not blocking you from movement. Okay.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, I believe it's the hero. No, the conduit just healed, right? I
Yeah,
don't
it's the
have
hero.
any.
Yeah.
don't
I
have
was like,
any
is there
active
an
turns.
enemy on screen I don't see?
Not that you can see. No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, plan is what you don't have to use all your movement at once, right?
Yeah, I think you can break it up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so
I want to pick
I'm
up
gonna-
these 2 civilians.
the
Okay, I'll stop here
stone.
before we get there.
Yeah, one more back. The stone debris is kind of blocking the path. You can use a maneuver to make an easy might test to clear the rubble.
Okay. Can I
So-
just jump over it?
Yes, but jumping back with 2 civilians would be an impossible feat without
I don't
clearing
plan
the-
on going back. I plan on going forward.
Okay. Sure.
I
Yeah,
see
you
doors
can,
on that balcony.
you're
I'm
the Fury.
going
Yeah,
down
you can
with them.
you can dive through the debris.
Okay. So I would like to pick up these 2 civilians. Is that okay? Or
As a
You want
Fury,
me
I'd
to
say
make
that's okay.
okay, so I have the 2 civilians, and then I would like to jump down with both of them off the balcony to the ground floor.
Okay, 3, 6. That's 9 squares down.
Yep.
I'm gonna. This tabletop does not support different people on different maps. You dickbag.
That's fine.
But
So I'm just out of the scene until you put me back in it. That's okay.
yeah. So yeah, you can easily. You'll take 9 damage reduced by your agility. To
Oh,
land.
I can't make. There's no jump or anything I can do to reduce that.
No, it's just straight up. Yeah, make an easy might test. You're a jumping freak, so
Yeah,
this is
okay.
this is an agility test, not a jump test.
Oh, it's an agility. My agility is okay. All right, agility test. Dice.
We're on the 21st
10, 10.
floor.
Don't
Well, that's
resist.
8.
We're trying to save you.
8. Okay. You're
I'm
gonna take the
taking the
full.
damage.
You're gonna take the full 9 damage, and one of the civilians is gonna like get a concussion from the fall, and be a little pissed
Better
at you.
than dying.
Yeah. You can see that from the outside there are these iron and Bieshk balls, like smashing all through the city. People are running in terror. There are some militia that are trying to bring back order to the streets, but there are also drow in the streets that are engaging them.
Fair.
So I'll take the civilians out because they have been rescued.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, so you actually land on like the front door of the drunken fool.
Nice. Like a
I'm just making-
surfboard.
and I'll still have you act in the turn order and just give me, a cinematic idea as to what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
There are more demons on the ground floor. There are minions that you can cleave through without too much worry.
Okay.
No more Ruinox, which means we have Vela and Gerard left.
I'll go.
You technically
Okay.
don't know where that Remach is.
Is that square there a block obstacle above shadow?
Yeah,
That's a
it's
pillar.
a pillar.
Can you move me as close as you can to the Runak A?
How much movement you got?
How many move do you
3,
have?
4, 5,
6.
6.
Yeah.
I can get you there. You can from here. You can actually make take the charge action, and move up to your speed and make a basic free strike. So there's
I
2
didn't know I
more
had the-
squares. There's 2 more squares to close the gap. It's one of the actions in the cheat sheet.
Move me closer to the Runak, please, and I will
There
do
you are.
my melee free strike. 2d10. All right.
Yeah, I
I
wonder if
roll
there's
a 12, and I
there's
do
a
8
player
damage.
limit in the freed version. 8 damage? That's significant. Okay. The civilians have done nothing to damage it, and you can see one of the civilians is actually wounded.
Yes.
The other one is semi-buried under rubble. Oops. Buried.
I don't think I have any more options after all that, right?
You could actually use you have your maneuver because you've moved and you've used your action to charge, so you could use your maneuver to try and clear some of this rubble.
What do I have to do?
This is a medium might test. So make a might power roll.
And
Medium
I'm
might test.
14.
Medium just 14. Okay, the elf is freed. However, there's still this Runok to contend with. Neither of them are going to try and turn their backs on it and run at the risk of taking a brutal slash. And that is, you've exhausted all your options, Gerard, which leaves us with Vela in the rear.
Does it have less than 4 HP?
No, it does not.
Okay, well, it takes 4 damage on my turn immediately.
It is not winded.
Oh, this is the bleeding?
Mm-hmm. Would you be able to carry them, hairy man, if I finish this one off?
I believe that's to
Yes.
you, Gerard.
Yes.
Then we won't let another fall to the inspired.
Save these civilians.
Well, then I'll just do another shot and step at it, but with a coded weapon.
Ooh.
It's my maneuver to add poison.
I forgot to do that.
So it should be twice my present score, which is another 4 damage. And then I'll add an insight to increase it by another 2 damage. Okay. So +6 on this attack.
+6 damage before you even roll?
Mhm.
Amazing. Okay.
It takes 16 damage.
It
No,
melts.
it won't. It is going to take 8 and then disappear from this universe.
Okay.
So you're arrow, right? You're an archer?
But the most poorly trained archer you've ever seen. Like everything is amateur, the bow, the quivering arrows, but somehow the moment it releases, it's like the arrow just always turns back and goes on its target.
So the tactician would absolutely notice your clumsy aim. You're firing with the wrong number of fingers. You barely have your bow strung correctly, and yet the arrow flies true and punches a hole through this thing, dissolving it from this world. The civilians now free run together and escape down below. That seems to be free of enemies. Now all of you on this floor feel a rumbling and a cracking as the ceiling starts to, as the floor begins to give way from flame.
It's like the building's imploding on itself. Nice.
This is going to bring us to round 4, which means, guess what? Another puddle forms
Fucking
next
hell.
to Erwin.
I'll catch you if you
Seriously?
jump, Sai. I'll catch you if you jump.
Within your mind, Erwin, you hear, "This is your nightmare."
Yep, it's just continuing my already horrible existence.
And I get 5 more VP. Everybody make an agility or might resistance roll, whichever you choose.
Now, if I'm incorporeal, do I take falling damage?
No. I'm gonna say no. Like the ground gives way and some debris falls through you. How long does that incorporeal last?
Until my next turn, and then I can pay in essence to keep it going.
Sick. Okay, so you are safe from this roll. All I need is a roll from Vela, Sai, and Gerard.
Okay.
That'd be a 12.
12. You take no damage, but you are prone on the next map. Gerard?
I roll 17. Well, 17 total.
You take no damage, and you're not prone.
9.
So, 9. Okay, you take 5 damage from falling and being struck by debris, and you're prone.
He's got his face planted.
This is going to be mildly annoying because I don't think I can just carry the tokens. Actually, let me see if I can select all of these. Oh no. I'm going to try and grab all of you. Copy. Let's hope this works. We're going down to the 2nd floor, folks.
Whee!
This is cinematic. I love it.
And you collapse. Okay, so Erwin, you were roughly there. The Korai does not come with you. Conduit, you were roughly there.
I dropped into a bad neighborhood.
Gerard, Gerard, bro, you're over here. And the shadow is roughly there.
I'm glad I landed on my feet.
Fury, what are you doing at this time? Are you rushing inside the building, or are you trying to climb your way back up? Because you witnessed the top floor collapse on itself.
I'm assuming the civilian in the corner here is probably making some noise.
Yeah, she's trapped on the balcony that's just above the entrance to the door, or entrance to the
So I'm thinking I'm going to get like a running jump, try to jump up and climb up on that balcony to save them.
Yeah, it's only 3 squares. I'm sure you can do that with a running start. I'm going to say with a running start. I think normally you would be able to move or jump like twice your height of your jump is
squares. 1 square. Height of your jump is 1 square. If you move at least 2 squares in a straight line, you can jump 1. So I get 2 squares of a jump with a two spot.
Okay, so
thing.
Do you have climb as part of your skill?
Yes, climb is one of my skills.
Okay, so I'll grant you the ability to like climb. You can reach the balcony, but you'll have to pull yourself up on your next turn.
Okay.
Like you can't jump right onto the balcony, but you can. 2 squares is enough for you to grab it. Like the tactician said,
you can move.
You're grabbing onto the 2nd floor balcony, and on your turn you can pull yourself up.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to focus you guys all on these squads of minions over here, because this is a draw steal special. Let's start with just the group of 5 identical squid-looking things. Those are pitlings. They are minions. Minions die very easily, very frequently, and they actually share a pool of hit points. Unlike minions in D&D, they do not necessarily automatically die in 1 hit, but they share a pool of hit points, so it is possible to demolish several of them at once. The other minions are frenzied Korai. They are a part of a squad with the Ruinok. You can see I've marked each of the minions with a lowercase a, and the Ruinok with an uppercase A. That is because that Ruinok is the captain of that squad, and they all move together. Sai, you can hear screams from and see actually the civilian trapped on the balcony, and Cestus's rocky fists hanging onto the ledge as he climbs up. You can also see civilians on the east side that are terrified because their bedroom door was just smashed in. Or sorry, their bedroom wall was just smashed in. Everyone can hear screams from the north beyond the minions, roughly to the northeast. And because this is a new group, I'm going to have a volunteer. I'm going to need a volunteer. All right, one of you
Okay.
roll initiative.
Oh,
Single D10.
yeah, 3.
All right.
Do it.
Monsters go first.
It was on 7 and then it moved to 3.
Great.
Fuck.
None of them have weapons, right? They're just like body parts.
Why are you
yeah,
worried, Erwin? You got a 4 civilian meat shield in front of you. You're fine. You'll be okay. Like,
All right, the Ruinok next to Gerard. Oh yeah, all of your labels are gone again. Erwin, you're still incorporeal, so I'm going to put the purple on you. Gerard, you're going to take a hit from the Ruinok. Oh, fuck, where was I? Okay, the Ruinok. Oh no, the Ruinok can actually get in here and attack both of you with its claws, so it's going to do that. 15 plus 1 is 16, just barely scraping and the middle ground. So each of you are going to take 5 damage. Gerard and Vela.
I have a question.
Yep.
I have a triggered action, but it says a creature makes a weapon attack. That's not a weapon, it's just its limbs, right?
It is using its limbs as a weapon, so this qualifies.
Okay, so I can parry.
You can parry.
I'd like to parry that attack.
You parry that attack.
All right.
All right, so the damage dealt to you is going to be 5. You'll reduce it appropriately. Vela, are you still with us?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Okay.
I'm 22 HP. Just fine
Okay.
now.
I just haven't heard from you in a while. You're going to take 5 damage, and both of you are bleeding. This
part
bleed
hurts
lasts
more.
until the end of your turn. The
Vela will
Ruinok is
react to
gone.
that by just shifting 2 squares back as a free
As a-
triggered action.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Which means
What?
Gerard is going to take the brunt of these minions as they swarm him.
I am so ready. If I have a reach of 2, can I pierce? Or is that specifically piercing?
Reach of 2, you could attack a creature behind another creature, but you'd take a bane on it for cover. It's just harder to do that. You can't attack both of them, no, unless you have a power that says so. So 3 minions are coming to attack you. You're gonna take, let's see, 3, 4, 5 damage altogether from all 3 of these minions as they scamper and scurry around you.
17 stamina.
Okie doke. All of those minions have gone. We need a hero.
guys, we could go in whatever order. Just I'll be healing. So whenever you need to schedule a heal, just let me know, and then I'll do my turn.
Gotcha. I was gonna say I'm surrounded. I'm gonna try to minimize my damage here. So I'm gonna roll a heroic, inspiring strike,
6.
and if it's high enough, I'll get to spend a recovery. So 17 plus might, it's 19. So I will do 15 damage to the minion to my right.
15. That brings it down to 17, I believe, which kills 1 minion.
And each of you gains. Hold on. Oh, I gain an edge on my next encounter, and I also take a recovery, so I can go up 10 hit points back to 30. No, 27. Excuse me.
Okay.
And I will steadfast be ready.
So, like I said, minions go down easily, and they have shared hit points. So you've killed 1 with the first 8 points of damage, and the rest are effectively, cinematically injured somehow.
Well, there's 2 next to him. It could have been a cleave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a pole arm, right? He's swinging wide.
Yeah.
The
And
pitlings are going to go, and they actually fly.
It does not go. I use hesitation as weakness and go first.
Okay. Shadows
Also,
are
I
tricksy.
Hesitated.
Also, I take half damage from that last attack and don't bleed. That's part of my defensive roll. So half of 5 would be
2. We always round
25.
down.
And I take no effects from the attack.
Dirty.
I will then look at this one. I've had enough of these little minions. Let's find your leader. That is fire 2 shots. 1 more wounding strike right at its face with a coated weapon. 16 would be 15 plus bleeding. Damage.
Holy. Well, it's winded. Very much so. How long does that bleed last?
Takes 4 damage at the start of each of my turns. I don't see a duration. We'll see if it actually survives the next turn. I'll have the answer by then.
Sounds good. All right, I mark you as gone, or done, rather. Which means these other minions are going to fly their way. They're going to use their action to move. Oops, I need the ruler, and they're going to go put themselves roughly here.
Oh,
And
Wait, you
so
said they
these
can
things
move-
are like tentacly dragonfly looking things with like eyes and tentacles.
wait, how'd they
and
move so far?
They use their action to move.
Oh. I see.
And they've all gone, which means now it's time for a hero.
Hey, can I go? Because I have an AoE that's a cube.
Go ahead. Do
Five
it.
squares.
Do it up.
It's a 4 cube within 5. So I think that gets all of them easily, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 11. So that is 4 sonic damage, and then push 1, and I'll push them all 1 away. Wait. 13. So that's 5 damage, and then
There
push
you
3.
go. Oh,
5 damage.
oh. I
5
can
damage
use
is
my
enough.
triggered action.
5 damage
I was
is
gonna
enough
say-
to kill one of these pitlings.
And I'll use my triggered action to spend 1 essence, and the distance of the force movement is increased by the number of squares equal to twice your reason score. So they move 4 extra squares.
So
So
7.
Also, shouldn't each one of them be taking damage from the cube, right?
Yeah.
Not as an individual, but
Yeah, they'd take
each instance of them would be taking that damage.
correct. And that was how much damage?
5.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, you push
25
them back
damage.
and they are obliterated. The whole cube.
Just
Oh, in that case, never mind.
Wow.
I won't use my triggered action
I
if they
picture
die.
this as me actually clapping my hands.
did
Just
you do
like-
the Hulk clap?
So I can't
Um,
share a spot with a civilian, right?
No.
Okay. I think. Okay, I'm done. I
Increase it
think.
to 1.
That leaves the Fury.
Oh, is everyone
oh,
gone?
the
He's
Fury
not
and
yellow.
Erwin.
I
I'm sorry.
haven't gone either, yeah.
Yep.
I can go. I'll go. I guess I can't shoot through the civilians, so I guess I got to move through them.
You can, but they provide cover. So you take a bane
Okay.
on the attack.
Okay, never mind. So I'll just move through them. I am going to lightning spark the big guy.
Sick.
So close. That's only a 9.
Oh, I
God
made a
damn it.
mistake. That's okay.
Just two damage. 2 lightning damage. That's it.
To the captain, the Ruinok.
The captain, yeah. Oh yeah. Also,
Oh shit.
I'm gonna spend one of my essences to keep my incorporealness.
Does that grant a bane on attacks?
No, but I have damage immunity.
Oh, immunity, straight up. Okay,
Yeah,
sick.
5.
All right,
So
element
I'm
gonna
assuming
be
5
like the
damage
wind.
immunity. That just means I have like a buffer of 5, I guess.
Immunity
immunity.
5. Immunity 5 means you reduce all damage by 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to the Fury.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what state I'm in. Am I on the
You
ground or am
are-
I
You're
clinging
hanging
to
from
the
the
balcony?
clinging to the balcony.
Okay, so I can climb up and free the civilian in this turn.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you climb up, you grab them with a maneuver. They see that you're coming. You're a Warforged that they've seen in this inn before. They trust you. You can haul ass.
Okay, are
and
they
hop down?
are they trapped or anything, or can I just like lower them down over the balcony?
They are only trapped by
The fire.
If the fire, yeah.
Okay, so I can just pick them up and lower them down by the arm and put them on the ground.
Yeah, you could do that without having to haul ass and toss them or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's one more
how
city
much
saved.
of my move? Yeah, how much of my movement would you say took to get me here? I have 7. Like 2.
Yeah,
Like
just two.
difficult
Just
terrain?
2 to pull yourself up.
Okay, so that leaves me enough to get to this wall, and that you said took a maneuver to lower him. I want to try to punch through this wall and or
Okay.
burst through it. Your choice. If you want me to like skill sabotage it or physically attack it, whichever you
Raid
think is
man
best.
through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm Kool-Aid Manning because I've heard those civilians in that room, and
Yeah,
also
give
I
me-
don't want to try to go through the fire.
Yeah, make a might test, and you can add your sabotage. It's
Okay,
gonna be
might
it's gonna
plus-
be a medium test for you.
I have sabotage. I get edge on might plus might, so whatever I roll is going to be +6. That is maximum result. That's
Sick.
going to be
Medium
15 plus
test. You
21.
succeed in the task. You burst through the room, terrifying the the couple that are in their nightgowns, their
Yep.
nightwear. You're not going to take any damage from that. So I can see the Warforged bursting through the door or the wall. Yeah, you just Kool-Aid Man you right through.
Yeah, I
nothing.
literally I found the weak point and just that's the end of the round, and I'm gonna like yell at them to like get out of here.
Yeah, you've used your maneuver, so you're not going to be able to. Well, actually, can you make a presence roll? Easy presence
Sure.
test.
Oh, yeah, we should have told the civilians to move because right now
Is there
they're just
a
standing
skill
there.
you think is applicable here? Because I have
Any
drag and intimidate.
This is just to reassure them that
Okay, yeah, those-
that you're an ally.
all right. That's 15.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, they are over their state of shock pretty quickly, and
They recognize me. They're like, "Hey, you're always here."
yeah, and seeing the new hole, they're gonna carefully maneuver their way and lower themselves over the balcony. These civilians are now relatively safe, so I'm gonna call those 4 saved as well, since you've successfully defended.
I'm saving all these civilians, bro. This is,
Um,
my man owns this bar. He'd be mad if I didn't try.
You
Oh,
got to
for
save the
sure.
customers.
Round
Yeah.
2 is underway, and so are these rematches that keep following whoever has the lowest stamina.
Okay.
Oh,
You could have healed. You could have healed.
Do they smell blood?
They smell souls. They smell
They smell
smell the part of
fire.
your brain that visits the dreamland every night.
Damn it, I
Enemies
wish I
go
went with a full
first.
elf.
Enemies go first, so this Ruinok is going to use its Salt Wounds ability on 3 creatures without full stamina, which is the Sai, Irwin, and Vela.
Oh wait, they're going first this time. Hesitation is weakness.
Can you do that at the hold on? Can you do that at the start of the round?
Right, no, right. It has to be another person's turn first.
It has to be a hero's turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can't. Okay, so Vela, Irwin, and Sai, I need you to make might resistance rolls.
Does this count as an attack?
Yep.
Oh, this costs 3 VP. Oh, I'm sorry. I've used this several times without, so I'm gonna reduce my VP by 9. I didn't realize this maneuver was a villain point maneuver. It's called Salt Wounds, and it only affects creatures without full stamina. Vela, what was your might roll?
I have a total of 10.
10. You're gonna take 6 corruption. Irwin.
I'm gonna half that and move 2 steps away.
Okay.
Might roll 12 minus 1
Your
plus
might
2,
resistance.
13.
13. You're gonna take 5 corruption, which is reduced by 5 from your immunity. And Sai, your might resistance.
19.
19. You're only gonna take 2 corruption. While winded, the Ruinok has edge on attacks, and attacks have edge against them. Okay, so Vela, this is something that only you realize right off the bat, but these nightmare creatures feed off of, I hesitate to say souls, but they feed off of those that dream. And it can sniff that part of you, and it wants it real bad. This Ruinok is kind of going into a frenzy to consume more soul. All attacks against the Ruinok have an edge against them, but so does it. It has an edge.
do you
on
have
all attacks.
2 edges by any chance?
If you ever have 2 edges, then your rolls are automatically upgraded instead of rolling +4.
Oh, okay.
I guess I would yell out, "That one's going into a frenzy. Take it down quickly." Point at that one.
Brothers, can I go first?
Go for it.
Yeah, it's a hero's turn.
All right. So I still have enough resources here. Does anybody have drastically low health?
Irwin.
Me.
Irwin has 6.
Okay. So I'm already next to the captain. I'm going to do one more inspiring strike. I have 2 edges against it. His edge and then my own edge from the last turn.
Okay, so instead of adding any modifiers, you're just gonna upgrade your result to whatever the next higher tier is. So you can roll a
So-
6 and get the medium result.
I
be
rolled a
back.
10. My might is
Mushroom.
+2, so I have a 12.
So you
Nice.
get the best.
I'm in medium, which means then I got upgraded to
Good.
15 damage. I'm at the first tier.
Correct. 15 damage.
So I hit Captain for 15 damage, and I give Erwin a recovery,
Erwin, you are inspired.
and I'm staying right there, not moving.
Are you guys using things that are applicable to your kits? Like we have kits that we chose when we created these characters.
Correct.
Are you guys
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
using those features so far?
Oh,
Yeah, I
Gerard's
use my kit
signature.
attack more than once.
I have one question before I end my turn. Actually, I'm sorry. On the second page, I don't know where these come in to play, but on my second page, I have mark and seize the opening.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
you
actually
can use
don't
those.
know when I'm supposed to use those.
What does it say under mark? Read it out.
Okay, it says ranged. It's range 10 maneuver. It's a maneuver.
There you go. So
And-
you can spend a maneuver on your turn. Everybody gets to move their character, use an action, and use a maneuver if they have one.
Okay,
So
excellent.
basically, you could do that every turn if you want.
So I am going to mark R, the one that's in front of Erwin.
Yeah.
And the
roll
target
option, you gotta
marked-
make it blue.
Yep. My allies gain an edge on power rolls and deal extra damage equal to my reason score, which is 2. Have at it, gentlemen.
How am I at 15 health? My stamina was 6,
Yes,
and my recovery
yes.
is only 5.
We're just protecting you.
Man, I'm burning through recoveries. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
why am I like the frontline guy running off saving civilians?
Oh
Um,
crap. Okay. I do have a kit thing. Okay. Good to know. Good.
Gerard, I believe, was the last to go, which means the minions are gonna swarm him, as good little minions do.
He's guarding that door, saving that civilian.
The minions roll 10. They are frenzied. 10 does 2 damage, 3, 4 damage. Yeah.
How much is that total again? 6?
2, 3. No, only 4.
Okay.
They
I'm
did
down
2
to
for the
23
roll,
stamina.
and then 1 more for each additional minion on top of that. That means it's back to the heroes, and I'm going to grab myself a drink, but I'm still listening.
I don't need to go first this time, so I'll let you guys resolve what's in front of you.
I'm so
already
incredibly far
went.
from the action.
Could I go so I can get away from this
Wait,
thing?
I don't
that's
understand.
attacking me?
Didn't I just go first last time and we're already
you-
done? Like,
No, you went, and then the guy that died went, and then you went, and then the minions went, and now it's another hero's turn.
okay,
Yeah.
I thought we were doing another round. I was like, what happened?
This is the beginning of that round.
We're 3 or 4 actions into round 2.
Okay.
I think Erwin wanted to go. So
Because
Yeah,
we're
I
alternating
wanna
it.
go.
That's messing you up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Can
we
I,
can fix
um,
that later.
I want to. There's a maneuver for like getting away, right? What's it called again?
Shifting.
Shift.
Shift.
Okay, I'd like to shift.
It's not a maneuver; you just do it when you move.
Yeah, you
okay.
get half
But
your
I use
movement.
half my movement. Okay. So if my
Yeah.
movement is 5, I only get. Is it rounded up or down?
Down.
Down. Always around down.
Wow. Always round down. Okay, so I only get to
Yeah.
move 2. So I'll move over there. That's
So
not
that's-
very far.
So you don't get hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could try blasting it away and get more space.
I might do that actually. Yes, I would like to. So for my actual action, I will fire lance. Okay, sweet. Oh, 13. Awesome. So 6 fire damage and push 3. I'd like to push it towards this wall over here. And
I abandoned it too many times.
yeah.
It's going towards me.
Now if
I
I
know he's like, catch, Vela, catch. There you go.
yeah. So can I use my triggered action to increase the number of squares it's pushed?
What is the trigger?
The trigger is
Yeah.
self
so
or ally.
How much additional
I'll
pushing
put
are you
next-
doing?
4. So
Oh,
it
shit,
got
okay,
pushed.
so-
It got pushed a total of 7 of 3. It got pushed
Yeah.
a total of 7.
Well, you've already
You
moved
moved.
three, so don't
3.
double dip here. So you're doing it. You're pushing it another 4. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna do
Into the
4
wall.
damage, and it's going to burst through the wall just like Kool-Aid Man did.
Perfect.
These walls suck, bro.
Plus the 6 fire damage that it takes.
Yeah.
Sweet,
You
okay.
fool! The civilian is in there.
Yeah, but it's coming after me, so.
Oh, you're one of those guys, eh?
Oh.
Yeah, he's
What
a
a-
noble. He
Not
doesn't
very
have
heroic
If it
of
tries
you.
to go after the civilian, the shadow can stab it.
You think I have daggers?
You can stab it with an arrow. You can stab it with your glare.
So
Erwin?
I see.
Erwin, are you done?
It's anime logic he's doing. Where he's
I'll
calculating
also-
all the possibilities before he does the thing. Yes.
I'll
Yeah.
use another essence to continue my incorporealness, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, take the yellow ring off
Are you supposed to add that +2 to your damage rolls?
against the marked creature. Yep. Yeah, that'll
Is
have
it-
to be
is
for the
it-
tactician to remind them. Anything against
Yeah.
the marked creature is +2 damage
+2 damage. Okay.
from Gerard's mark.
Not +2
And
to the
edge.
power roll, +2 to the damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you get extra damage to my reason score, which is 2, and you have edge on your roll.
A monster has moved that you can't see,
Great.
which means it's a hero's turn.
Fantastic.
Well, really, you shouldn't push it so close to the commoners. They can't do anything, Erwin.
I didn't know there was a commoner in there.
Now you do.
And then
The tactician yelled.
Yeah.
Self-preservation.
just a simple shot and step with 1 insight added for a +6 damage.
And you
Don't
get
forget
the
you
mark.
have an
Did you
edge.
get the 2 extra damage and an edge?
Well, I rolled a 19, so
Ooh.
if that changes anything. It takes 16 damage.
It doesn't need to.
It takes die. That's what it
Yeah.
takes.
It takes us blowed.
That civilian got woken up like, oh shit!
Here's a bunch of shit going on. A roof collapses,
Yeah.
and a monster explodes through his wall, and then it explodes.
You can see that this civilian has pushed all the furniture in its room up against the door to try and prevent demons from getting in, and you so graciously provided another
Made
entrance
a
for
new
them.
door.
We provided an exit path.
Exactly.
This is the
That or
house the
jump off
Kool-Aid
balcony.
built. 100%.
The civilian
Kinda
runs
walk
out.
in.
The civilian runs out with arrogance and says, "I'm leaving a review,"
You should leave
Oh,
quickly now.
and then runs for
The
the exit.
Fury is not happy about that. No, get back here.
I love that you're more upset over the review than the structural integrity.
Look, we
I'll
can
offer you a-
rebuild, but a
I'll-
reputation?
I'll offer them a
That's
discount on
difficult.
their next Lyrindar trip.
All right, Shadow, mark yourself moved, and then it's either the conduit or the Fury can go.
Conduit, you're near combat, so go for it.
I will heal me and Erwin.
Yeah, that's a form of combat. You're combating injuries.
So okay, I'll stop me spending a resource. So whenever you see that number change in a way that doesn't make sense, I get 2 per round, and then I'm subtracting 1. So we each get 1 recovery.
Yeah, I'm finally at total. Oh, yay.
Yeah, I'll just move towards the stairs to head down. I'm assuming that's where we're going next.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
hear the debris and the structural integrity starting to wear out from all the weight coming down onto this floor as well.
Then I'm definitely going in the stairwell. Yes, and I will yell out,
Help!
"Get to the stairs!
Guys, help me!
Get to the stairs!" And I'm not ditching Gerard. I just have confidence in him.
Thank you.
And I'm assuming we've known each other before. If we don't, I have confidence in you due to your posture or
Thank
something like that.
All right, Fury, Cestus.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Charge specifies enemy.
Yeah.
Do I determine what's my enemy? Could I consider a wall my enemy?
If the no. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's
Some-
a reasonable thing to
Some-
say no to.
Some powers do specify enemy or object.
Yes. But it's because I wanted to use charge to get extra move. Well, I can double move. I can use my extra move, right?
Oh, wait, no, you can charge if you just want to like slam your fist against a pillar.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
you can just double move. You can just
I'm really
double
just doing it for the movement.
Yeah, you can trade your action for movement.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just do that instead. I don't need to actually running punch
You
a
wanna
wall
punch-
about it.
Yeah, punching walls is probably not good for the the rest of you.
Well, I just wanted to get to this door,
Oh my god. Okay.
That door.
which I did. Yeah, so I would have seen them when I was down below.
Yeah, and you can open that with free maneuver.
Okay, so I've gotten there and opened, and guys, jump down. This place is gonna collapse.
Can you make a presence check?
I sure can.
When you say
Oh.
easy, medium, hard, what does that change for them, for us?
What the different tiers of success accomplish?
Okay, okay.
It's 18. I've nailed it. They love me.
Leave a good review.
Yeah, sorry, what was the result?
exactly. 18.
The result was good. 8. Yeah, okay. They
That's
they
what I'm
crawl
saying.
down
I
easily.
technically get a reward. So I'm
Yeah,
like, they're
take a
gonna
hero
leave a good
token.
review.
No, yeah, that was an easy test.
Oh,
So
I'll
yeah,
take a hero.
take a hero token. Oh, so you can actually hear that there are civilians under attack on the wall to the north.
I don't know if you would consider me having enough time to scream that across the building.
Round 3. Guess who shows up?
Very bad. Maybe it's about time we leave.
No, there.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, god damn it.
What, really? Oh, cool.
Erwin's struggling.
I wish I went for a full
Follow
elf.
your dreams, bro.
Well, I wish I went for a full elf because they don't dream.
The
Yeah, I'm a
minions-
warforged. They're not even gonna sniff me.
The minions reshuffle themselves and make Shadow. Vela, you're going to take 2 damage, and Gerard is going to take the other 2.
Let's half that to 1 and move
Yeah,
over
let's-
here.
To correct the number there, I'm down to 21.
Thank you.
I was at 23.
Right, you're still having technical difficulties, eh? I see you've made a
Yeah, I
roll.
can't- I can only roll. That's it. Like I
So
can see the box
strange.
and roll.
Minions have gone. Now it's a hero's turn.
I imagine triggered actions can only be used once per round.
I think
Correct. Unless something is a free triggered action, then you can do it more than
Okay.
once.
Just wanted to find the limitation on this, and it seemed powerful for not costing insight.
Yeah.
Aaron, why don't you go?
When at the start of a new round, you get all your triggered actions back.
You want me to
You
go
get,
first?
you get your triggered
yeah,
action.
you should.
Okay. So because this guy's a pain in the ass, I'm gonna have to fucking deal with him. So I'm gonna move around him, and I'm going to do another fire lance. Can I move? No, I can't move farther away from him. Shit.
If
I was
you've
I
already
was going to ask
shifted,
you,
yeah.
can you free me? Can you just, they'll all
If-
probably die at the same time. Free me, and I will run in and smack that thing for you.
Okay, yeah, I
Also-
could free you. What? So it's okay. So instead of doing that, I'll.
Hmm?
here,
All right,
or you
I'm gonna burn one of the minions.
They all take the hit point damage, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll cast burn on one of them. Ooh, that's a 17 plus. That's a 19. 13 fire damage.
13. Oh, okay. So you're gonna wipe out 2 of them. You
them
incinerate
up.
both with a wave of your hand. Fire erupts from
Yeah.
your fingertips, being fed from the fire of this destruction.
Question about burn. So it's a persistent skill. So next turn I can like keep it burning.
You
Would
can-
that
yeah,
apply to the
it
last
would
one?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would.
But that won't be until next
You
turn.
can-
you can
treat
set
the
every
minions-
minion on fire.
Well, how does it read actually?
It's like a targeted ability, and then if the target is within distance, I can make a power roll for the ability again to do more damage.
So the target was one of the ones you killed. So technically that remaining minion, you can't persist it to another minion.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
You're not targeting the
I wasn't
HP
sure-
pool.
Okay.
don't you
So
move
now
out of the
it's
way?
the Remash's turn next to you.
Wait,
It's
Erwin
going to
can't move?
shift. Yeah, Erwin, did you want to move?
Oh yeah, I'll move. Oh, fuck.
You might want to move.
The thing is, I want to move. I want to move downstairs, but if I shift,
You could throw yourself over the balcony and go right to here if you wanted.
Yeah,
You're gonna
shift it, like
take-
you could just vault the banister.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What's your agility score?
-1.
Okay, you're gonna take 3 damage from doing that.
I'm incorporeal.
Oh, you're
You
all
just
right. You're
walk
immune.
through the banister. No
I just
agility
float-
needed.
Right, I don't even need to jump over the banister. I can float through things. I
You can
Yeah,
float
yeah.
through the floor. You can just literally hover down the next, like
Yeah,
the
a
next
good
level.
good point. Can I
Are
do
you
that?
even
Because
here?
it says you can move through 1 square of solid matter. So does that
Yeah,
include
you could just go right
down?
through the. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
man.
can
Okay,
just
so
stand
I'll
right
just
that.
I'll face through the floor.
Straight Kitty Pride out of X-Men, just whoosh
Peace.
to the floor. Yep.
Trigger
Oh, give a little
GTFO.
salute on your way through the floor. Yeah, he's down there fighting the next squad himself.
Yeah, he starting it right away.
All right, so you descend down into the floor. You can see chaos and bodies everywhere. The first floor is like a graveyard, it's a mass grave. There are Korai, well, demons as you would think of them, pouring out of and around this massive iron and Bieshk ball on the main floor.
Does he see the corpse of a Remok that looks like it fell a couple of stories?
Oh yeah, well no, they dissipate, but otherwise
Okay.
we still have 4 people
yeah,
up.
that's my
So
turn.
you're just gonna center yourself and stay immune, I assume.
Yeah, my token is gone, but I'm my turn's done.
Yeah.
I'm yellow.
Does everybody have
right.
charge?
No, the enemies are have all gone.
You were gonna have the Remok attack what's his name, and then he was like, "Oh wait, I go through the floor." That's why I thought it was the Remak's turn.
So yeah,
yet,
you're
not
right. That
ours.
Remash hasn't gone yet. So he'll go after the conduit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not
Actually,
trying to
he
get
can
you killed,
teleport. So
Conduit.
he's just gonna teleport here. I'm going to use a villain power at the start of this Korai's turn. The remaining minion consumes the bits of flesh and bits of ether that have been left behind from other minions, and you watch a Korai evolve in front of you.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Cool.
wonderful.
That
It's like I'm
cost
playing
me
Battle Brothers.
7 villain points.
I should have dealt that one faster, Harry man.
Well, now you know. And yes, you're right. This Remach teleports onto the staircase and makes his power roll. Oh, not rolling well. The Remach gets a +1 on its signature move, which is the Nightmare Strike. That's a total of 15 for 7 damage to the conduit. The Remach can teleport, but it's not going to bother you.
You take 2 damage.
You can't
Whenever
touch
an
me.
enemy
No touchy boy.
damages you with a melee ability, you deal corruption damage equal to your highest characteristic.
Oh, corruption. Interesting. It's not going to use its maneuver, and it's not winded, so it has nothing left to do. That is it for all the creatures. Hero's turn.
Think I'm the only one who hasn't gone.
I haven't gone.
I haven't gone
Okay.
yet either. So
I was the first one, so everyone else has their turn still.
Okay.
Didn't Gerard go? No, because you freed him. Yeah.
I see the look in your eye, Harry man. Go for it.
Like, am I the one being given the go ahead?
yes.
Okay. So what is the state of roof collapse here? The reason I'm asking is because one of my planned methods of traversal is to vault this wall to get into this room. But if I can't because there's enough of the previous floor there, I'm going to try to go over the balcony and through the window.
There's probably only 1 round left of this structure. So it's coming
Okay.
down pretty quick. I didn't really understand your plan in order to better answer you.
Okay. I want to be here.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could go over this wall if there is enough collapse that I could do that.
Oh,
If
no,
not,
it's
I would
still
go out
it's
on the
still
balcony.
full.
Yeah. So I would go out on the balcony and just jump through this window and yell at the civilians to get out.
You could use a maneuver to make a medium might test to climb over that wall.
Oh, that reminds me.
And then we just treat it as difficult terrain, so 2 spaces of movement.
Okay, that's fine with me. That
Yeah,
wasn't that's what I wanted to do, was to roll for my rage. So as it turns out, I have double edge on might test now.
Sick.
So
For just being so angry.
For being so angry. Thankfully, because I rolled a 2. So at least I've got a medium. So does that gets me over?
Well, what are the results?
It's 2, but it automatically goes up to the next level.
Oh,
I have double
yeah.
edge.
Yeah, so medium test, you'll succeed with a consequence. So I'm going to have you're just going to get a little injured in the rubble. You're going to take 5 stamina damage.
Yeah, that's winded me.
Interesting.
But I haven't taken an action yet. So
Correct.
I will
It was
take the
just a
heal
maneuver to
action.
hop over. Catch your breath?
Yeah, I will take a heal action to catch a breath.
Yeah, spend a recovery.
I'm no longer Yeah, I spent it. I'm no longer winded. And then I yell at the civilians to jump out the window before this place collapses and buries them. And then
They
I'll
would take-
hold the creature up.
Yeah, one of them would take an opportunity attack if they decided to flee now.
Okay.
Basically,
But
they don't think of it in that terms. They think of it as they are in shock from what they're witnessing.
fair. Well, at least I'm here. So
Is that
yeah,
everyone?
maybe can I get in there?
All right, I think
All right,
everyone's
that's,
moved.
that's
That
turn.
should be the end of the round, unless
I-
there's somebody
I
else.
haven't even
haven't-
gone. I haven't even
No,
gone.
there's a bunch of us that haven't gone yet.
Us two
Okay.
haven't gone over here.
I'm
Who's
just
next
gonna
then?
run. Is a charge an attack as well? I can do 2 attacks if I charge and then just do a strike.
You don't really need to charge because you can just use you're in range. You can just walk up to the next dude, unless you wanted to go after the rematch.
I'm sorry. No, size on his own. These things are gonna drop with us, right? That's what I'm assuming. So I'm gonna thin it out.
No, there's already enough on the lower floor that you don't have that we don't add. They die in the fall.
Assuming you guys know me, Sai, I don't hit hard. Just as like a heads up. So I probably won't be able to just like wipe something out if it's in front of me. But yeah.
All right, let me charge at the rematch. Let me see how far I can get there. I'm not sure the order here.
So you could. No, actually, you wouldn't be able to get to them with a charge because the conduit is in the way. You
I
have to
go
when
around.
when charging, you have to move in a straight line, and there is no straight line from where you can move to with your speed. At best, I think you could do a ranged attack after you've moved.
Yeah.
But that might not be what you want to do.
Move me 5 spaces, pretty much to the square above where Erwin went.
You can get to here with 5 because you want to avoid the Ruinok hitting you for free. If you ever,
Yes.
this is something that the veterans know, but I forget to mention to newbies. If you exit a creature's reach, they can choose to take a free strike against you.
And I'd just like to do a range strike then on
There you
Rimash.
go. Do you have a range signature, or are you just using your
No,
basic?
I'm a melee guy, so I'm just using a basic range.
Okay. And I think we established last time that you have a small crossbow that you pull out.
Yes, so I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and let me roll this. 11. There's no might attached to this, right? 'Cause it's ranged.
I believe you add your agility.
So I'm gonna hit him for 2 damage.
Okay. It's a start.
Yeah, I tried.
Range-
Sorry. My little crossbow.
There's so much rubble. All right, who's up?
So it seems like it's time to get out of here, right? It's just
Run.
help our little blue manny get away from here. Take
Sounds
a simple shot at this little guy.
Anytime you say
And-
this without pointing, I'm going to ask.
I point an arrow at him.
Okay.
So I use shot and step on him with an additional +6. And he takes 13 damage.
Oh my god. Okay, so he's definitely winded, which means he enters the dream frenzy as well.
You should probably take him out quickly before his frenzy completes.
That's it, right?
No, I got one.
All right, so
Yeah,
the yellow indicators were useful. We'll figure this out.
Okay, so I would like to. I'll shift back so I can use the ranged ability, and then I will use the one we made. It's from the kit, but we changed it from corruption to fire, so we called it Searing Wrath. I think I'll use that.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will roll that. So that is. Are you fucking kidding me? 5. So that does 2 fire damage. And
2 fired. Okay.
I'm not sure if anyone within me, but a hero within 5 cubes of me can make a resistance roll to end an effect that's on them. If you guys have anything that's.
I don't think there are any effects.
I'm good, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, the one person with an effect is paying money to keep it.
No, we're being effective. We're not effective.
All
Yes,
I did
will-
was 2 fire damage then.
I will choose effect, please. Yeah, 2 fire damage. Okay, that's still not enough to conquer it.
So I shifted.
Is there anybody else, or is that? I think that's it, right?
That's it.
That
I'm
should
pretty
be it.
sure.
All right. Start of the round. Triggered actions are back. Round 4, the floor is about to give way. And the newly evolved Ruinach is going to go first.
Question: what am I seeing? Like
More people dying. There are militia soldiers and drow. You're probably like, you're an elementalist, right? So there's a lot of fire, a lot of demons in the streets chasing people, and actually from the exterior, you can see down one of the boulevards, deeper into the city, what looks like a floating fortress a mile or two away. It looks like a ziggurat flipped upside down, floating in hundreds of feet in the air, and that seems to be where the wyverns are getting their armaments. You see wyverns carrying these giant iron and Biesh balls. They seem to be coming from this floating fortress in the distance.
Okay.
And one more round, and we'll switch down to your floor.
Cool.
The Ruinach is going. It needs to make a nightmare strike. Still rolling shitty. It adds +1. It adds +1, which is the lowest number. So 2 damage to our tactician friend. And I'm going to spend the 3 VP to use its salt wounds, which is going to target Gerard, Vela, and Sai. This is might resistance roll, please.
10.
Oh,
10. 10, you're going to take 6 corruption.
I'm only 6, but I take half corruption.
6
And
is
I just have
6.
to begin with.
6 is also 6 corruption.
But I take
And
half
Sai?
corruption damage. So
Yep.
I'm at take 3 more.
Sai?
Might resistance roll. Okay,
Yeah, so
I have
power
edge,
plus might.
And I just shift 2 back.
a 9.
9 is going to take 6 corruption.
Okay, I'm winded then.
Let me go next.
Yeah, the
Put
Ruinach
me
is
in,
gone.
coach. All right.
All right, heroes.
I am severely pissed, and I just got enough ability tokens to do another heroic strike, inspiring strike on the Ruinach.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll a 10 plus 2, so it's a 12. So I'm in my second tier. I get 10 damage on the Ruinach, and I'm gonna send a
gosh.
recovery to Sai.
Sai, you get to spend a recovery. The Ruinach is winded, which means it also enters a dream frenzy, which means
Thank you
attacks
for the
against it have
recovery.
edge.
I'm no longer winded.
I'm gonna mark the Ruinach before my end of turn, so everybody gets an edge and +2 damage if they choose to fight it.
That means
Oh,
while
it's
it's
not
in
bad by fighting.
while it's in dream frenzy, everybody has double edge against the Ruinach.
Fuck it up, gentlemen.
Muck it up.
Do you wanna move at all, Gerard?
Oh, no, I don't want to take another shot.
Okay,
I'm good.
Staying as the party's wall. I like it. The Remosh. I don't know if it's Remosh or Remach. The Remach next to the
Hesitation is
Fury.
based.
Okay, the
I
shadow
will
jumps
kill
in.
the Ruinach.
This is like a
Gerard,
side
you wanna-
episode over here.
Gerard, do you want to put yourself yellow?
I've been having my B plot all game.
Jumping out of windows, go through walls.
Yeah, I've decided to be the Kool-Aid man this episode.
Because I'm down below, could
Literally
I just
smash and grab.
do something kind of freely? You said there's fire?
Yeah, there's fire. And if you wanted to spend a recovery, you could do that.
I don't have any stamina to recover. Could I use hurl elements to hurl cold at the fire?
Oh,
Is there
to
fun to
try
put
and
the fire
start
out?
putting it out?
Yes.
Yeah.
To help put out some of the
Yeah.
I
fire.
love it.
Actually, so when you're doing that,
Good guy
you can
elementalist.
you see a pair of halflings staff that you've seen at the inn before, and they are using. Well, they're trying to hide from all the demons, but you can kind of cool a path in between you and them to help them escape.
Sure, I'll do that.
We really he's like the whole X-Men in one person. First he's fucking Kitty Pryde, now he's Iceman. He's
Yeah,
got
I mean,
Frog
I can-
claws.
Definitely Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he's definitely not. and he's recovered so much from death that he is Wolverine.
I'm a little bit of storm too because I shoot lightning.
Yeah, you are. You literally have just been like showcasing the
Gold.
entire X-Men suite.
I also have Sonic too, so that's
I don't think
Oh,
he's
he's not-
covering
why
the death
not?
of
Havoc.
Wolverine if you're
Yeah,
getting
Havoc,
healed
there's a
by
couple.
someone else.
He's not Irwin. He's X-Win.
Yeah, he's X Squad, the one-man army.
Yeah, I've only had the stamina to match.
Yeah, he's like, I need some Colossus in this bitch.
All right, that was Gerard going?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
hesitation's
finished. You can
weakness,
Mark
yes.
my place.
Yes,
I
Vela.
shot at the knock. Like, oh, we
Yeah.
should probably finish this one quickly. It seems kind of angry.
Yeah,
So I think
please.
that 12 is automatically upgraded to a max damage, correct?
You got
Correct.
2 edges and plus 2 damage.
Plus 2
For no
damage,
reason.
so
Because it's March, yeah.
that means it takes 16 damage.
Okay, that's more than it had.
And then take
So-
a few more side steps.
The inspiring,
like-
the inspiring step, the dream frenzy, was just too much.
Oh, we go to the B plot now.
Yes, the
Yeah,
fury.
yeah.
The remocked next to you is using its nightmare strike.
Sure.
You have determined to be a juicier target.
You have any triggered
14
actions?
plus 14 plus 1 is a medium result, so you're going to take 7 damage. These things hit hard.
Yeah, I'm over it.
And it teleports. Civilians are a little
It
juicier, so it teleports here as part of its nightmare strike. Yeah. In your receiving of damage,
No.
it appears as if it's going to devour a tasty.
I couldn't have
juicy
picked a
civilian.
worse fucking spot to go. I'm so happy it made that decision.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm taking my turn now, boys. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's my angry. 2 angries. Oh, beautiful.
It's your rage, Billy.
Oh yeah. So I'm at a lot of. I've got 9 rage now.
He's gonna
I've just
Hulk
been
this.
getting angry. So this is that you could argue that is easily 2 spaces. So I get a bonus to weapon damage equal to twice my might score if I've moved at least 2 squares from where I started.
Which you have.
So I get double might. So I get 4 extra damage. I'm going to use brute precision, big numbers. I am going to use my signature ability of brutal slam. So that's going to be okay. So that's 18 damage and 4 push, which will
no.
be 1, 2, and 2 out the window.
This guy's ruining his own in, but
Okay. So if
Alright.
no, I picked up. Can I don't know if do I kill it? If not, I have a description either way.
You do kill it. Yeah, the 18 plus the
Oh.
shattering window plus hitting the ground in combination is enough.
So yeah, as it slashes me and blinks away, I like running, raging, flying knee it square in the middle of its mass, and it goes like spinning, tumbling, flying out the window, and you can see
Amazing.
like the plate glass carve into it as it goes dangling out into the open air. These guys gotta go.
We've got one more remock down below coming after Psy.
I'll use the rest of my movement to hop out the window down to the ground floor.
Oh, he didn't go
sick.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
12 with the remock, which is 7 damage. It's not going to teleport because it stays in the way.
It takes 2 fire damage from me
2
when
fire.
it hits me.
This one does not have much left. I should have given it an edge, and I don't have enough VP to do anything else. Which means all of the monsters are gone or dead. Sorry, have gone or are dead. The 2 civilians near the Fury are gonna carefully lower themselves out the window.
Smart.
I believe the conduit is last.
So I can shift
1,
here,
2, 3. Yeah,
and
it's like
then-
that.
okay, and then I can light fall all 3 of us through the floor. Or no, because it's
Oh.
teleported. It says.
Okay, say that
Good to
again.
see where you're teleporting.
It says, sorry. So what Lightfall does, it says I can teleport each ally in the area and myself if I'm in the area to an unoccupied space within the area, and it's a cube 3 within 5.
Yeah,
You
I'll
need
say
to
that
be
you
able
can
to see where you're
include.
teleporting.
I'm gonna say that you can. Well, he knows like where the bottom of the stairs are, so I'm gonna say that is acceptable.
Okay.
Because
Just
like
go through a
he
big hole in
can.
the floor.
Yeah, because he can put that box like here and have it be
just
one
at the
square
edge, yeah.
below, and yeah, so you could teleport like
Yeah.
everybody
No,
down
no, it has to
the
be.
bottom
It
of the
has to
stairs.
be like we have to be in the box too.
Yeah, but
Oh.
just barely, right?
Yeah, because
Because he wants it to go down a floor so he can
it's
teleport underneath
three-dimensional free
himself.
cube, right? So
Yeah,
that's why I'm
where
saying
where
he
can
needs
you
to-
where can you put that cube? Where are you allowed to
Oh.
put that cube if you have to be
cube
in?
3 within 5.
Okay, so how? So you're just gonna put the box on yourself then, like this?
Yeah, like this, and then just go straight down 1 cube.
But that's why I was mentioning you need to see where you're teleporting, because you can't teleport through the floor because you can't see where you're going.
There's enough rubble and debris that I'll allow it, especially
There's like a
given
hole
Yeah, that's
here.
fine.
especially given
That's
this
on
little
you.
hole. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So with a blink, the entire party blinks down to the lower floor. Fury, I'm gonna put you up top there. Tactician, Shadow, Conduit,
Oh, hi guys.
Elementalist, you're up here. And we have one last floor. The iron orb, iron and Bieshk orb, is in the center here, glowing with a fury.
But
Uh-oh.
I'm the furious. I'm the most furious.
What was my HP? I think it was 21.
How much health does Gerard have?
I have 21.
Thank you.
Cool.
21 stamina.
Okay, so there are 2 new Korai on the field. This is the ground floor, gentlemen. The inn has collapsed all around you. The floor is no more. There is nothing but debris, bodies, and nightmare. Yeah, fun. Who wants to volunteer to roll initiative? Okay, 1d10.
It's 2d10. That's it, right?
1d10.
Oh, 2.
This is a mess.
God fucking damn it.
Oh.
Wonderful. Okay.
Anybody?
So let's put this new Torlos to good use. He gets 3 cube within 5. So he's going to move 5
Or lost.
to get in range. And each of you, let's see here. The Torlos rolls a 13, slide 2, and the area turns into a morass of spongy flesh before you're moved. Until the start of the Torlos' next turn, the area is difficult terrain, and each creature who moves within the area takes 1 damage for each square moved. It is sliding each of you 2, and each of you are going to take 2 damage. As a maneuver, it's going to send out tendrils. So it has tentacles spewing out of its face, or what would be its face. One of them reaches out, and you can see it disappear into space. Empty space. Erwin, a tendril suddenly erupts from the air around you, wraps around you, and pulls you 2 squares towards
Even if
these
I'm incorporeal?
floating ensnarer. Yes, even if you're incorporeal.
Okay.
These are magical tendrils, and it works in the space between, which is where the other half of your body is. That's it for its turn. I'm gonna mark it yellow. I think. Okay, heroes.
Should I get in there, or do you guys want to start fighting?
Do we have an AoE? Does anybody do an AoE to start?
Maybe an AoE heal, but
That's the one thing I don't have. I'm all single target damage. I have no
Yeah.
AoEs.
so like what I'm planning to do is I'm like gonna move out of this cube, and then just AoE heal us. But if we want to take the risk of like I could heal us in a few turns, I don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, because I don't think 2 of them don't need the heal as imminently as you do.
Yeah. So that's why I think we wait, for me at least. So anyone else can go. That's fine.
Yeah, I kind of want to get like seen in the action and maybe pull their forces with a bit of a pincer.
Want to get your first hit in?
I might not get a hit in, but I'll get to where they can see me and potentially stretch their forces, you know?
Moving some of these civilians just based on other things that happened earlier.
Now I can either move closer or heal.
I want to interrupt you just briefly. When you
Yep.
enter this room, those civilians to the west are 1, the innkeeper, your boss, and
Yeah,
2,
okay.
one of the kitchen staff. Sorry.
Did my
It's the innkeeper, the cook, and a traveling musician from the House of Shadow.
if my boss saw me and didn't tell me to do anything, I'm going to continue on my path. If he tells me to do something, I'm going to do that.
He's like shoveling buckets of water onto the fire, trying to prevent the kitchen from erupting. Sees you, and you two have enough of an understanding to know that when you are in action, you can be trusted.
Yeah, he knows I'm working towards our mutual benefit, which
And
I
he's
am.
probably
Okay.
never seen you in this much of a rage.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Usually
That's
he
up
sees
to
me
you.
but no, he usually sees me fun fighting, not actually fighting.
Yeah.
So I'll move another step. Can I go over the table, or is that difficult terrain? One.
Difficult terrain
two,
for hopping over. Actually,
yeah,
no, for
3.
you can just leap over it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm next to the thingy.
Damn. It looks like a serpent with an octopus that's attached to its face.
Hideous. Can't wait to punch it to death. All right, that's me going yellow.
The minions are gonna move and swarm Erwin. These things are actually they might have reach. So let me see here.
Ooh.
Ensnarer, reach 3. With reach 3, they're gonna use their barbed tongue. And I'm gonna roll that. I rolled an 8, which is 2 damage to Erwin. There's 3 of them. They each do 2, so 2, 4, 6 damage to Erwin. And they're gonna pull you 1 square.
How much damage? Sorry.
2, 4, 6.
6?
6 damage.
6. Okay.
Yeah, these things look like a balloon made of eyeballs with very thin strings of tendrils hanging down, almost like a jellyfish.
That reach was still considered a melee attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they take 2 damage.
Oh shit. How can you read your trigger for me, please?
Whenever an enemy damages you with a melee ability, you deal psychic damage to an enemy equal to your highest characteristic score.
We got thorns damage here.
Okay, so that's only going to attack one of the minions, not all 3, which brings the pool down to this. Okay, got it. That would make sense that this captain runs in with the minions. It's a ruin knock.
Fantastic.
It's going to do 2d10. Fuck, I've been rolling nothing but 12s for ages. 13 for 5 damage, and you're bleeding until the end of your next turn.
For 5 damage, you said?
Purple for negative.
So
5
it's
damage,
no
yep.
damage.
Correct.
I just realized. And
You
then
are
the other
bleeding
time
until
they
the
hit
end of
me
your
for
next turn.
6. Okay, I'm bleeding.
And you take 2 damage as well, I think. The thorns get you, right?
Oh, is that every turn, or is that a triggered action? The 2 damage that you deal with melee, is that...
Oh,
is
that's anytime something hits me. That's part of my kit. That's my
yeah,
signature.
so is it a free triggered action then?
It's not a
Or is
triggered
it-
action. It's part of my kit. It's my kit ward.
Oh, it's just an effect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
So
Monsters
that
have
takes
gone.
2 damage
Hero's
as well.
turn.
I will shift. So I guess with shift I can only move that far, and then I will do another fire lance at the Ruinok, and I'm gonna try to push him into that fire. Oh my god, I am okay. That's only
Then you just have
2
dice to be pissed
damage.
at. Another 2 to the
At
Ruinok?
least
That's fine.
yeah, 2 to the Ruinok, and it gets pushed 2.
Oh, sick. Okay. So at the
Will
start
that
of
push
its
it into the
turn...
fire?
Yeah.
Nice.
At the start of its turn, it's going to take 1d6 fire damage. Actually, not even 1d6. It'll take... it's right inside the fire, so it'll take 5.
That's my turn.
And
Can I go next?
Yellow.
Well,
The
that was
tactician
Erwin.
would like to step up to the plate.
That was Erwin's turn, so now it's going to be another squad. The Remok is going to teleport here, and the pitlings are going to fly. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1.
bring it in,
2.
guys. Bring it in.
I like my location.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
So
We're coming for a hug.
the Remok is coming in with a Nightmare Strike to the Tactician. Rolled very poorly, so the Tactician, you're going to take 4 damage.
I'm just
and
gonna go ahead and parry that just out of spite. Like, how
Yeah.
dare you try that? Yeah, take
You're
2
down.
damage.
2 damage, bring you down to 19.
19,
And it's going to teleport over to Vela.
No, don't go anywhere.
The minions are going to distribute their damage a little bit. Oh shit! The minions rolled a crit, which is natural 19 or a natural 20. Please do not move the orb. You
Yeah,
can
I
focus
got it,
on
my
the
bad.
orb. You may ponder the orb, but do not move the orb.
No, I just meant to move the
Um,
map, and I accidentally clicked the orb.
So the minions are going to do 2 damage to Gerard and 2 damage to the conduit.
Down to 17.
This is poison damage if it matters.
Oh boy. I'm actually immune to poison damage by 5.
Oh, dope.
Nice.
All
So
my
I stay at
extra
19.
damage.
Yeah,
All
you
my
do.
extra damage is poison damage too, if that matters.
I had that primordial sickness from last time,
The
remember?
only damage that would matter here would be holy because these are not of this world. And that's the minions.
All right, I need to ask, does anybody have a damage signature ability in my vicinity? Zella?
Yeah, I mean, fella's quite good at damaging things. Yes.
Excellent.
Bella is an archer,
right.
though. Keep in mind.
Now, I need some help. I don't know what all this means, but what is a power roll plus characteristics?
So every time you make a roll of 2d10, you're making a power roll. Characteristic
Oh.
is what they call your stats.
Okay,
So your might or your agility.
Exactly.
gotcha. And then if it says target and it says all enemies, and it has like every,
Well,
it has melee, it has area.
Yeah, it should have a range listed somewhere as well.
I have
So
a
that
reach
means-
of 2.
Okay, so that means all enemies within 2 squares of you.
So does that Rimash reach?
The Remosh, and 3 minions will be hit.
Sweet. I'm spending all my ability tokens. I had 5, so now I'm down to 0. And I'm
is
doing
it focus? I think it's called.
here. It's called Hammer and Anvil. Yes. So I'm down to 0, but I'm doing a Hammer and Anvil strike, which targets all enemies within my melee reach of 2.
Because you got a
And-
pole arm. Excellent.
Yes. And if I'm lucky, I can give one of my allies a signature attack for free. So, 11 plus 13. So it's a mid-range. So I'm doing 12 damage to everything, and I'm going to give Vela a free signature attack after I am
You're
done
going to
doing
do
damage.
12 damage to everything?
Everything in
So
that range.
you just fucking barbarian whirlwinded your pole arm. 12 damage. Let me before Vela jumps in. Let me resolve this. So the Remosh is going down to 13, which is not quite winded. However, you're also doing. Are you doing 12 or 13 damage?
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, so you're going to do
36.
12, 24, 36 to the pitlings. Not only do you splatter the 3 pitlings in front of you, you've dealt enough damage to kill all of the pitlings. So in your whirlwind, how do you manage to demolish the 2 pitlings in the back too, narratively speaking?
They share life force.
Yeah.
Or
and so
you can send the ones that you hit into them.
your spirit has been unleashed in this whirlwind strike, and it lets out a blast, sending pitlings into pitlings, and their bodies collide with so much force that you've erupted the entire pack.
I love that. Thank you for filling in.
Dissolve into holy light.
And then I give a nod to Vela, like, finish him with your 16
So Vela can
Don't
make a
see-
signature ability, however.
for free.
Don't see the nod, but as the pike swirls around, fella does a backflip over it and shifts over here as part of the attack.
Beauty.
And 2 arrows just fly out the backpack and shoot right into this one.
Out of your
But no bow
backpack, did you
needed.
see it? Like right out of the
Out
quiver?
of the quiver. Don't even use the bow this time. Don't
Okay,
even mass effect. I
you-
can't use it.
You are going to take 1 damage for moving through the flesh tiles. And actually,
And-
because it's difficult terrain, you'd be using 2 squares of shifting. So I hope.
The ability says 1 shift 1 square.
Shift isn't normal movement though, right? It shouldn't matter.
I think it is still affected by difficult terrain, but I'll allow it here.
Okay. It takes 10 damage.
Okay, 10 to the.
Like, I can't
Enough.
add a maneuver to that or anything, can I? I couldn't coat my weapon with maneuver, right? I can only do
No,
the flat
because
damage.
you're acting on somebody else's turn. Yeah, it is absolutely winded. That's the end of the tactician's turn. Thank you, and that
Thank
is
you.
all of the minions or the civilians are going to do their thing and try to flee to safety. And that means that the conduit and the shadow can take their turns because there are no more monsters.
Vela, you can go.
If you want me to finish this one, I guess I can.
I'm just healing us. So yeah, sure.
Just gonna actually get out of this stuff first and take a shot. So that'll be 7 damage.
7 damage is enough to pierce through the Remoc's last bit of health. You're going to take 1 point of damage for moving while you were in that square as well.
And down to 15.
And
1, 2,
you guys
3.
obliterated that squad real quick. Let's see if you can do that with the remaining. Okay, are you done your turn?
Yeah, I guess I don't even have to add in yellow since that's the everything.
No, the conduit still has to go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So healing grace. Each of you get a recovery, and then I'm gonna spend all the resources to do this. But like, each of you get 1 recovery, and I'll get 2 recoveries.
Where's my recovery?
You are quite a helpful purple bearded peasant.
Good old purple beard.
Okay, and that
My
is the
homie.
end of round 1, which brings us to the start of round 2. I'm going to get 5 villain points for this one. Actually, I think I forgot to apply villain at the start of this. So
I'm gonna
actually
just start
up to
unyellowing
12.
things now that you've said that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like bubble popping.
Oh, that orb moves. Sorry.
The orb is actually hovering 1 foot off the ground,
that's
almost
cool.
exactly. There are chaotic energies that are flowing through this as an elementalist and as a conduit. And you know what? Even the tactician can tell that there is an unworldly presence being caused by this orb.
I'm too angry.
Everyone can make an easy reason test.
Yeah.
And
I
Vela,
refuse.
I was
Vela-
actually.
Vela, if you're curious about the orb, you can make an easy reason test. Vela, you do not need to make this roll. You understand that this thing is some kind of conduit to the realm of dreams.
Even with my high reason, I rolled a
Or
9.
nightmares.
There are cracks in the orb structure from its like delivery, let's say. You could choose to try and just destroy the orb through sheer force. You could, yes.
Mhm.
I would know that would probably stop these things from coming.
Yeah. I would
Look at
read
that. Nightmare Aura. At the start of each round, I make a power roll for the orb. 11. 11 or lower. Each demon on the ground floor within 5 squares of the orb gains an edge on attacks and resistance rolls until the start of the next round.
Well, okay.
So does anybody have history lore?
I
believe
believe
I
I
do.
might.
Yep, I do.
I do not.
So anybody with history lore knows. Okay, so you're the elementalist, right? You understand magic, and you know about manifest zones in Eberron. So there are regions of the world that are attuned to other dimensions, the dimension of change and cold and whatnot. There, you know for a fact from lessons of history that there are no manifest zones to the world of dreams, the world of nightmares. Yet somehow this orb is acting like one.
It's like a portable manifest zone that they're shooting around. Okay.
So you understand innately that one, this is something incredibly novel. You don't understand how this is possible, but something treacherous is afoot. Something that hasn't happened in hundreds of thousands of years since the giants' own collapse. The collapse of the city the collapse of the empire that this city is built upon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with that we begin round 2.
I have a question. Would these be supernatural, or is this like dimensional?
100% supernatural, bud.
It's not dimensional. Like
Who moved my post-it note?
Because I can detect supernatural.
Yeah, so these things, you get a tingling sensation around these things just from the them being here, and an especially strong, almost magnet-like pull from the orb itself.
Gotcha.
Like there's a compass in your brain that says weird. The Ruinok that's on fire is going to take 5 damage, which is going to
Being
wind
on fire,
it.
right?
It is now winded, and it is now in a dream frenzy, which means it has double edge on all attacks. So it's going to move through the
great.
fire. Its
Oh.
minions are going to
flames?
swarm and the flames.
My bad.
The Ruinok is
Oh,
going to
B
make
plot.
a power roll. Yeah, B plot. It rolls a 13, which because of its double edge is upgraded to the best case scenario, which is 6 damage towards the fury, and you are bleeding until the end of your next turn.
I was gonna heal. I'm winded.
Oh, that's why the minions are close. So the minions have surrounded Irwin, and they roll just as shitty as ever. 2 damage. They're not gonna. They all try to pull at you. You're immune. They're grasping figuratively at straws, literally at elementalists, and are having trouble catching on to anything.
2
I didn't
damage
get-
each.
2.
Oh, I was making a bad joke.
2, 3. It would be 4 damage in total.
Okay, so it doesn't even hurt me.
Correct. Torlas also has an edge, but it's not going to go yet. Okay, so rings
Hero
get added
turn.
from the middle. Oh, okay, heroes.
Mr. Healer Man, can you get close enough to give me a healer's? I'm in a bad spot right now.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right.
You need to heal before like the next enemy turn, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the next enemy is the Torless, which is right next to me.
Okay, so if I can get, yeah, I could heal you. I will. So wait, turn started. I got 7. Sorry, so I have 8. Yes, I will use. Actually, I'll use a couple things on you. So I'll use Healing Grace on you for sure.
Okay.
And then I will spend
ID.
Piety to give you a second recovery, and then I
Okay.
will spend more Piety to let you end one effect on you that has a duration of end of turn, so bleeding.
I would need to get rid of the bleed first, and then I could do all the healing.
Okay.
I am no longer winded. I've used my 2 recoveries, and I'm no longer bleeding.
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to use those recoveries. Thank you.
Sweet.
And now I am at full fighting strength precisely.
With a
Nice.
whole boatload of rage.
cargo
All
ship's
right,
coming in.
that means it's the Torlos' turn, which means the existing mass of flesh disappears and a new one appears. I'm going to make a power roll. The Fury, you haven't been intimately familiar with this yet, but he's going to the Torlos is going to stick some of its tendrils into the ether, into the space between worlds, and the floor around you erupts with flesh and teeth, and you are going to be
Yep.
pushed 2. You're going to be
And-
slid 2 away.
And
Oh,
stop
shit.
sliding
shit.
me. Stop
Yep.
sliding me. Your tentacle goes to reach me, and I pull the Torless into the way of its own tentacle with my triggered ability, which is Relentless Toss. Sell for reach. Sell for 1 creature. You can select a new target of the same size or smaller for a force movement, and
Yep.
then they get force moved instead.
Okay, where do you want to put him?
Oh, but wait, there's more. I can also increase the movement that's equal to the number of squares equal to my might score, so that's an additional 2 slide. And I can spend a rage to increase the force movement by twice my might score instead, so that's 4. So what was he sliding me? 2?
2.
I'm gonna slide him 6. Does he take damage from that box?
Each creature, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move him around that box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you just fucking whirlwind his own body into his mass of
Yeah.
flesh.
You
just
fucking
turned- he tried to-
Hulk this guy.
Yeah, he tried to
Suplex
grab me, and
him.
I just blendered him into his own teeth.
I
Beautiful.
love this visual.
Guess what? He's winded.
I don't know. Yeah, I should hope that was a fair bit of damage. All for the price of 1 rage. When I went to use
Incredible.
that, I was like, "Are you actually force
Oh.
moving me right now?"
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not quite winded. I did the math wrong.
Oh, that's
Um,
fine. He's close.
But he's real hurt. He's okay. So his maneuver is also a pull. He's not going to try that anymore. I think that
It
seems
is a
reasonable.
trigger. Yeah, he's probably once bitten, twice shy at this point.
Yeah. This thing is a somewhat evolved being and can use some rationality.
Reasoning. Yeah.
Um.
Like, don't touch that guy. It's bad. Ouch.
All right. The Torlas has no captain, which means his turn is done. Heroes. Who's going next?
Do you guys want to come join the scrap over here?
Yeah.
There's options. The
I just figured-
Elementalist is in danger. The Fury less so.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna.
Fury's already there, so I was like,
Oh.
you want to discuss?
Yeah, Fury, can you move that guy around some more of that fucking pit? Like, just
I can, but his turn's already over, so there's no rush to that, right?
oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Who's going?
He's not going anywhere on his own.
Somebody has
So
something.
I figure,
Well, the Ruinok is winded already, right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
he's in Dream Frenzy,
Okay, so
which means
how about
edge against him. But again, you're
Wait,
surrounded.
hold on. Oh, he's surrounded, so he'll get smashed up, right?
Yeah, he needs some help.
The tactician is going to move diagonally northeast 6 spaces, and then I'm going to take a range strike at the minion towards the bottom right
Okay,
of
yeah.
my elementalist.
Thank you.
It actually goes for 10.
Okay.
So I hit that minion for 5.
5 damage, and that's a pool. So that's going to bring it down to 23, which... Oh, these are actually pretty beefy minions. So
Oh shit!
I like a good beef
none of
minion.
them have been downed yet. This isn't quite enough. You strike it with the
Yeah,
with the
I haven't
bolt.
really been attacking them.
And then I'm gonna put a mark on the Torless so that everybody has an edge if they want to attack it. Fury.
What did you end up rolling on that attack?
I hit for
No,
5.
the actual roll.
I had a 12.
Oh, so it boosts then.
Edge won't boost it. No,
Yeah.
No, but I could double edge, but that wouldn't boost it either. I don't think.
Nah, don't worry about it.
a double edge would
Okay.
automatically go to the next tier.
Which would be
Oh.
8 damage. It's not worth it.
It's 8
Yeah.
damage plus another 4 because it's double.
Is that a
my
trigger?
Ooh.
If that's
Yeah.
trigger, save it for me.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting the meaner things.
I wanted to get the mark on the Torless. That's all. So everybody can
Remind me to do the
edge-
trigger then when you go.
Okay, and I'll end my turn here.
Okay, thank you.
Yellow yourself.
He's
I can't.
he's got no He's watching
Oh,
the
yeah.
stream in order to play,
Be yellowed by one of us.
which
I
is
should
actually
say.
kind of convenient for me because it means that I'm being much more deliberate about my camera positioning.
Fair. Yeah.
I can go next.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, enemies
is it
have all
just-
gone.
Enemies are all okay, yeah.
We'll step
only-
kind of closer like here
Damn.
and use quickness so I can take 2 signature attacks.
Sick.
All about them ciggies.
And I will use that to use my 2-shot ability. So I just fire 2 arrows at each enemy. Since I'm doubling it, I'll fire 4 arrows total and just kind of do a whirlwind of arrows.
Okay, so how many arrows are going to which groups?
There'll be 4 arrows total. I will shoot 2 at the minions and 2 at Torlas.
You get an edge for each one.
Edge against Torlas and edge against the Ruinok because it is winded and in Dream Frenzy, but no edge against the
Gotcha.
minions.
Okay, so one of those hits Torlas, and one of those hits the minions. Or if you want for simplicity's sake, I can just say both of those hit Torlas.
Both of what? You haven't told me any damage yet.
That'd be 11 damage. So
To-
22 damage to Torlas.
22
Oh,
damage to the
shit.
Torlas. Holy fuck. That obliterates the Torlas.
Nice.
Yes.
The poor thing got whirlwinded in its own trap and then shot to death
Oh,
by a guy who
that was
doesn't know
an
how to use a
awful
bow.
turn. That was an awful turn for the Torlas. An awful round.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay, and then 2 arrows
Well
to the
then.
minions.
The minions, so that's 2 shots. They'll take 16 damage total.
Wow.
Okay. Mathing here. They're down to 7, which means 2 of them are obliterated. Popped like
Awesome.
the saggy balloons they are.
Thank you.
And then since it's a free maneuver to use quickness, I can do another heroic ability. So I'll use Wounding Strike on the other
Oh
big
my
enemy.
god, what?
Yeah, Shadow's like bank a bunch of points and spend them all to do a bunch of things in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll add a insight to a poison roll, so
Can you do the poison if you've already used your maneuver?
it's a free maneuver for
Oh,
quickness.
fuck off. Okay.
I see. This is what the shadow does.
Okay,
Nerf.
so 4 arrows fire, and while those arrows are flying through the air, he coats a 5th one with poison.
The bow's barely even being seen at this point.
Yeah, just
that would
whipping
be
arrows.
A plus 15 damage and bleeding to the Ruinok.
think
That's
might
that
kill it.
obliterates. That takes out the Runok too because you
What?
also have
Can
an
you kill the
edge, right?
minion instead? I can't reach the minion.
Yes.
The elementalist got this. Trust in the noble.
I guess I could charge.
Okay, who's next? Cestus. Hey, Cestus, you notice when that Ruinok is defeated, it
balls
melts.
are rolling?
It melts and dissolves away, and out of the center of its core drops a round tablet made of pure Bieshk. It's this violet, shiny tablet. It matches the ribbons of violet that run through the iron orb, and you can see it vibrates in the same frequency that this orb is emanating.
Throw it as hard as you can, Cestus.
At it. Sabotage roll.
Do a
Stomp.
double front flip and
Might sabotage, break it over my knee.
Who's
No,
going
it's-
next? We have the
yep.
Fury, we have Cestus, and Erwin.
I'll finish off this minion. I'm gonna do another fire lance to this guy.
Are you going to
You
take
gonna
the
shift?
Bane or are you going to shift?
Oh, I'll shift first. There we go. Oh, okay.
Can you move again?
Yeah. The fire lance
the
roll
most
that I
part.
did was a 19, so that's 9 fire damage, and it gets pushed 5, so it gets pushed into the fire.
9
Peace.
damage is enough to defeat this final minion. Your fire lance
disintegrates on its way to fire.
completely melts
So
this
survive.
creature. Congratulations, heroes! You've earned 1 victory for freeing the inn. The innkeeper,
Yay.
the cook, and the musician are all able to get to safety.
I'm following him.
Oh. The victories thing isn't fillable in the form.
Hundreds of these iron balls have cratered sections of the city and are disgorging fiends faster than people can flee from them. Stormreach appears to be overrun. Your only hope might be to escape the inn and the city with your lives.